Oblivion. Ravage. Eject. Operation. Elimination.
Quick! They're escaping! No one escapes the Thunder Machine!
Cool. They ain't gonna be telling their grandkids about this one.
Come along, Thrasher. You and your fellow Dreadnoks have work to do. I don't want him around me.
Hey G.I. Joe fans and Transformers fans, welcome back to DESTRO'S Desk. I'm Rob, and today I could not be happier to bring you brand new crossover, Transformers Soundwave and the Dreadnok Thunder Machine. I've been waiting about 6 months to do this review. Ever since they revealed this crossover, I have been pumped to get this one because Soundwave is by far my favorite Decepticon or Transformer altogether, and I love the Dreadnoks and definitely love that Thunder Machine. So let's not waste any time and let's get into this one because I can't wait to see what this looks like out of the box. Alright, first off, let's take a look at this beautiful box this comes in. On the left side here, you can see we have the Transformers with their Decepticon colors. We've got Soundwave in a beautiful art picture. Also got Ravage down there in the bottom left that he also comes with Soundwave as a tape. And on the right side, we have got another beautiful G.I. Joe style artwork piece of the Thunder Machine. We've got Zartan, we've got Zarana, and down here in the bottom right corner you can see the bubble look there of those 3 3/4 inch figures that we're getting. O-ring figures, I might add, which is awesome. So a great looking front of the box. This just looks amazing. It's artwork in a great form right there. On the top of the box here, you can see on the left here, we've got the action figure version, robot version of Soundwave right there, and we've got the Thunder Machine right there with Zartan and Zarana with Ravage. With this time, instead of being black, we have a blue Ravage. And as you can see on the right side, Soundwave, Dreadnok Thunder Machine with the G.I. Joe logo and the Hasbro logo down there. And on the back of the box, we got more great pictures. We've got in the background there, you can actually see the very old 80s style artwork that you would get on the box art for Transformers back in the 80s. We have the look of the Thunder Machine right there, which in the picture looks fantastic. It says we got 33 steps to do to turn this into Soundwave. We've got Zartan and Zarana down there with Ravage with a collar and a chain around his neck. We got the logo up in the top right corner, the G.I. Joe crossover for 2024. And once we slide the two cover pieces off the box, we are left with this big white box, the giant Hasbro logo on it right there. And on the top, we also have G.I. Joe, the 2024 crossover with the Transformers. And as I flip the box around here, you can see we've got a couple file folders there. Top secret. This is top secret Cobra stuff we got going on right here. Down on the bottom, it says Cobra Intelligence reports a Joe transport en route with a formidable escort. Do not underestimate their forces. Terminate the threat like the marauders they are. Alright, let's get this box opened up and see what we got inside. Alright, so here's everything out of the box on display. As you can see, we've got a giant Soundwave right there that looks awesome. In the back there, we've got two carded 3 3/4 inch figures. The left there, we got Zartan. On the right, we got Zarana. And everything in front, we've got two pieces that go together here for the front cage for the Thunder Machine. We've got this instead of the usual type of blaster that goes up on top of Soundwave's shoulder. This is the piece from the Thunder Machine, which will go up on his shoulder as a blaster. You've got the tape right there of Ravage in blue this time. We've also got a collar and a leash in a gray rubbery plastic for Ravage there, and we've also got an antenna, and we've got this knife, which this knife is for Soundwave, but as you can see, this is more of a Dreadnok style of knife, so that's pretty cool that we got something like that for Soundwave. And we've got the Gatling gun that Soundwave can also hold on to as a weapon, as a Gatling gun, and it also goes onto the front of the Thunder Machine. Alright, so first we'll check out Soundwave, and we'll just do a measurement here. So he's coming in at just over 10 inches. We're looking at about 10 1/4 inches tall. And right off the bat, it is a great looking Soundwave. As you can see, it's a little different, obviously, than the original tape deck version, as we have some red on here as for the Dreadnok Thunder Machine. As you can see on the back here, we have part of that, the vehicle that you can see there. We got some tires happening, obviously, for the Thunder Machine. But we've got a great looking Soundwave here. As you can see on the front, we have the tape deck piece. Now this does open up. The button is spring loaded. The door on it is not. It is not spring loaded. It just opens. As you can see, you just press the button and it will open up very easily. For Soundwave's head, it is on, I think, a ball joint there, so it has some good movement. Not a whole lot of up and down, but there is some good movement there. Shoulders looking good. They drop down a bit there, so there's lots of articulation in the shoulder joints there. We have his usual gray looking arms. We have the blue hands there. As you can see, we've got the wheels for the Thunder Machine showing on each side. We've got the buttons right here for the tape deck of Soundwave. For the legs, as you can see there, also those cage or grill pieces there for the Thunder Machine, they peg into the front of his legs like that. We've got some red on there again for that, the vehicle mode, and the tires there. So a little bit of a different looking Soundwave, but as for the front view, looking straight on, looks fantastic. Really well done by the looks of this. The legs do extend all the way out to the splits there. There is ratchet movement there for the legs forward and backwards, so that's good. It's nice and tight there. Nothing's loose. We've got some knee joints there, so if Soundwave has to start running for any reason, he's good to go. Same with the arms. We've got like an elbow joint there, so there's lots of movement with Soundwave, so that's all good. And I look down at the feet here, and as you can see, these feet resemble seats. So obviously that is the part of the seats that will be part of the Thunder Machine. So that's about it for Soundwave. For the look of him, he looks great. The engineering that goes into this stuff is just incredible. Really nice looking Soundwave version here. So we can add in the tape. As I said, we've got Ravage that will transform. So in tape mode like this, we just press that button open and that will open up. And we slide the tape in and close her up for storage. And then we have that Thunder Machine piece that's going to act like the Soundwave's cannon that he has on his shoulder. And this will peg in right up on his top shoulder there, nice and easily, so it can go on either side. There's a peg hole on both sides, but this is usually the traditional side that cannon would be on. We can also add in that Gatling gun here it'll peg into his hand, so that's his weapon right there. And we've also got that Dreadnok style hunting knife, great looking knife there, and that will just nicely sit pegged into his other hand. So there you go. There also is that antenna, but I won't put that on right now. It just pegs in on the back. So now a whole lot more to say about Soundwave. I think this looks fantastic. It really does. I can't wait to get this transformed into the Thunder Machine to see how this is going to look. But there is Soundwave, and next we will take a look at the 3 3/4 inch figures, Zartan and Zarana. Alright, so here we've got the card art for Zartan, which looks great, as we've seen this style of artwork over all the years of G.I. Joe, which has always looked fantastic. We got an O-ring figure inside the package here, Zartan, looking really good. We'll get him opened up here in a minute and take a closer look at that. He does come with a stand. He's got his usual standard blaster that he normally has. He's also got that disguise face that can go over his for the Master of Disguise. And we've got the backpack that we're used to seeing that comes with most Zartan figures. And on the back, we've got a photograph again of Zartan holding on to the side of the Thunder Machine there. Some really great artwork. And up top, we have a file card. Gives a little description of Zartan there, so if you want to read that, you can. And we have Zarana. Again, another great looking card art piece there. Awesome picture there of Zarana. The figure itself looks great. You can already tell it's a pretty good update from the original figure. And at the end of this video, I will bring in my original Zarana figure and we'll do a comparison. She does come with this awesome looking machine gun with some rotary blades on the end there, so she definitely means business. And she does come with a backpack also. And on the back, again, that same photograph of the Thunder Machine, and we have the file card up top of Zarana. So that is the two carded 3 3/4 inch O-ring figures that we get with this awesome set. So I will get these opened up and we will look at them a little closer. Okay, so I carefully cut around the bubble on both of the cards there so that they stay somewhat intact and they still look good and not all ripped apart. Definitely want to hang on to those. So first we'll take a look at Zartan, and I think right out of the box or out of the package, he looks awesome. Really good looking 3 3/4 inch O-ring figure. Really wish Hasbro would start making these again, because they obviously know how to do it, because these look awesome. So we have his Zartan's usual look here. He's got that brown hood on over his head. We got nice face sculpt there with the black around his eyes, and he's got the green eyes happening there. We've got the nice silver chest plate that we've seen recently in the classified version of one of the classified versions of Zartan. I still wish they would have done the navy blue on this, or the dark blue color, to kind of replicate the cartoon Zartan, but they like going back to the silver. On the shoulders, we've got some shoulder plates there. We got his usual brown pants. We've got a black belt molded into the sculpt there. We got some thigh plates there, and down at the bottom we've got his black boots, and there's a knife and knife sheath molded into his right side and nothing on the other side. Like I said before, he does come with his signature looking backpack, and that disguise mask of the face is in there, so I'll pull that out in a second and we'll put it on the figure. We got the battle swivel movement on the arms. I like what they did with the rivets. They've tried to make the rivets, or painted the rivets the flesh color, so they're not as visible as a metal piece there. And same thing at the top and the shoulders, and they did it with black. So really like how they did these figures. They look really awesome. Articulation of these guys. So I noticed there's not a whole lot of movement with Zartan's head. Might be because of that the hood there he's got on, but there's not much movement at all with his head. Arms, compose them out. We've got the battle swivel, so there's that bicep cut there, so there's lots of movement there. We got the elbow cut, so lots of positions there for that. The waist, lots of movement, because this is a O-ring figure. So that looks awesome, nice and tight on there. We've got the usual knee joints that we see with 3 3/4 figures, and they're just nice and snug, and they snap nicely into an upright position. He does come with a stand that I've got him on there, so that's awesome that they send you one of those. He got his gun in his hand there, and like I said, we've got the backpack, and inside the backpack the mask is in there. There's a spot for that to fit in. It doesn't really snap in or anything like that. You just kind of have to set it in there, and then so this would go over his. So he goes from looking like one badass dude, and then he also looks like this guy. So that's it for Zartan. And you can also fit his gun in the backpack also, but for now we'll just leave it in his hand. And like I said, this mask just kind of sits in there. It doesn't seem to like snap in securely. It just kind of sits in there, so we'll just close that up with that in there, but there is storage for that. So there is Zartan, the 3 3/4 inch O-ring figure that came with this set. And then we'll take a look here at Zarana. So kind of the usual the paint scheme that we've seen over the years with Zarana. We got that crazy reddish or orange hair. They did a really nice face sculpt on this, really nice paint job, much better than the original. Some nice red lips on there. The eyes look great. Some black eyebrows. We've even got some little earrings on there. And on this Zorana now we have tattoos. So as you can see there, we've got a dragon tattoo on her left shoulder there. Nothing on the other side. But we have that usual cut up style pink shirt that she wears with the shoulder strap there for, looks like a gun holster on there, except there isn't a gun for that holster. So, and then moving down, we've got the blue pants on. We've got a belt mullet in there going all the way around. On her right leg, we've got a nice knife sheath with a knife in there that's molded in, so that looks really good. We got those big old black boots. So there's Zorana. I'm not really going to go into too much detail with the articulation. It's all the same. As I said, we've got they painted the rivets to match the flesh color, which looks really good. She does come with this weapon, this gun here with the blades on the end. Something similar came with the classified figure of Zorana. She's got the brown gloves on, and she's got the backpack there that fits on nice and securely. So that's it for Zorana. It looks really good. The O-ring is nice and tight. There's lots of movement in the waist there, so that looks good. For her head, I believe the heads on these guys don't move very much at all. Just a little tiny bit, but nothing major there. But at the end of the video, I will do a comparison of Zorana to her original figure. Unfortunately, I don't have a Zartan 3 3/4 inch figure. This is actually my first one. I've never owned one of Zartan, so I'm pretty happy to get this one. But those are the figures that come with this set, which I think look really good. Card art looks amazing. I'm very happy with this piece of the set. So now we are going to take a look at Soundwave, and we are going to transform them into the Thunder Machine. All right, so to start the transformation of Soundwave into the Thunder Machine, we got to take off some of these accessories that come on it. So his knife and that Gatling gun, also the cages here, those will come off, and the cannon for his shoulder there comes off. All right, so here we go. All right, so once all the pieces are tabbed in and everything is tight and secure and there's nothing out of place, then we can start adding on some of the accessory pieces. So this one plugs in the back there and then just comes down and snaps into place right there. Like so. The antenna just pegs in right there, and then on the front, the cage, these just slide into these spots on the front there. So there's, you just put those, slide those in, and these all will peg together. Make sure everything's tight, and there's some little pegs on the hood here. Sits in that groove just like that. So that's the grill, and then we put on the gun, which just pegs into these two holes on the front there, and that looks like it's fully into place. So there's that. And for storage, when it's in Soundwave robot mode, you can store his knife on the side, and then when it's in the Thunder Machine mode, it'll still be on there like that. These flaps here will pull down into place. They got pegs on them for the holes in the figure's feet, so they can peg on to the side there. And there we go. So I think that looks really awesome. They really did a great job engineering Soundwave to turn into the Thunder Machine. This thing looks incredible. We got a nice Cobra logo on the front there. We got some lights at the top. It's got that old Pontiac Firebird front end on it. The Gatling gun, it moves there like that, slides. That's just nice. And we have these side flaps can pull up on the side. And same with these, just shows tires, but these are meant to be down. So there's the Thunder Machine. Got some logos on the side there. Very well done. All right, next up here, I will transform the tape into Ravage. And there's Ravage, and we can put that collar around him just like that, and then the figures can hold on to it. So, and we'll add our figures into the shot here. We got Zarana, we got Zartan. All right, so there is the 2024 crossover of Soundwave and the Dreadnok Thunder Machine. Also, when you want to put the figures into the vehicle, the weapons, there's spots on the underside of these side piece panels where the weapons will peg in. I'll just peg in under there like this. So you can see that there, so they just stay on there, and same with the other side. So it's a good storage spot there for the weapons. And then if you want to place the figures, if you want to put the figures in, that will just fit in there nicely. You can close that side piece there, and same with Zartan. Actually, with Zartan, we can have him use these pegs on the side here, so he can peg into the side and go along for the ride there if he wants, just like that. So there's lots of pegs on there. There's lots of different spots you can put the figures. You can add on some more of the old vintage Joes. I got a Thrasher I'm gonna put with this, and the rest of the Dreadnoks. So that's about it, guys. that is the unboxing and review of the Soundwave crossover with the Dreadnok Thunder Machine. I think Hasbro did a really good job engineering this piece. This thing looks phenomenal. Everything pegs together well. It's not a bad transformation once you kind of figure it out. But I have nothing bad to say about this at all. I think they did a fantastic job with this, and I'm very, very happy to have this now in my collection. All right, guys, so if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. It's going to help my channel keep growing. And please hit that like button if you like this video and like my other videos that I've been putting out so far, and definitely hit that bell so you know exactly when my next video will be up for you to watch. So until the next review, guys, take care. Also going to do a comparison here of the Zorana figure. So the new one, she actually stands a little bit shorter than the original. The original's on the left. The hair is pretty well the same. Everything on the new figure on the right hand side here seems to be upgraded a little bit. The hair looks a little bit better than this one. The new one comes with a black backpack. The original, the red backpack. The gun is pretty much identical. As you can see there, they're pretty much identical weapons, probably from the same mold. As far as the clothing on the figure, same, very much identical to the original. I think this shade of the new figure on the right, the shade of pink, is a little bit lighter than the original. But as you can see, like for the legs, the paint, it's pretty much just, it was the same mold used again, but that's okay. But as you can see there, they're pretty much identical. The face paint apps, the new one here on the right, I think is much better. I really like how they did the lips and the eyes and the eyebrows. I think it looks really good. So there's a comparison of the Zorana figures. They're pretty much identical, but some good upgrade on the face, that's for sure. So there's Zorana. We got the old one from the 80s here on the left, and we got the brand new one here on the right, and they're looking pretty good.